Well, welcome to Saddleback, everybody. Good morning. I want to say hi to all of our 8 campuses, our 6 venues, for those who are watching online, and welcome to our new Live Your Calling. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to be looking at what on earth am I here for? Living Your Calling, which is really kind of a 2.0 purpose-driven life. Purpose-driven life, 40 Days of Purpose was phase 1. Now we're going to go deeper. We're going to an advanced class on your calling in life. And of course, in order to be a part of this, you're going to need to be a part of a small group, because about 70% of all that we're doing in the next 6 weeks is done in and through our small groups. The 6 video studies that I've already taped that you're going to be watching, the discussion questions and all of the projects that we're going to be doing, the memory verses on the key Bible verses that you're going to get on the keychain, a free copy of the revised What on Earth Am I Here For? Purpose-Driven Life, and all of that. If you're not in a group, it's not too late to start one. As I said last week, all you got to do is go find one person and say, will you go through this material with me for the next 6 weeks? Find one person who will do that with you, and then have that person find one person, and you'll have 3. The Bible says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them, and you can start a small group. All you need to do is go out on the patio after the service at whichever campus you're at and sign up, and we'll give you a kit that has all the information in it for your small group. I'm really excited to say that in the last 2 weeks, almost 2,200 new small groups at Saddleback Church. 2,200 new small groups. That's in addition to the 6,000. So if you're not in a group, what in the world are you waiting on? We now have groups in 49 of the 50 states that are going to participate in this, and in 40 countries. In fact, I got a note from a woman, let me see what her name was here, Grace Ann Villamine. She says, I watch the service every week on the internet from a prison in the Philippines. She signed up to host a group and said, so she's having the messages transcribed so she can share it with others in prison. Then she went to the warden who said, you can have a DVD player on the TV series, so the entire prison is going to go through Live Your Calling. Yeah, well, very cool. So hi, you guys. And you can do this. You can start a group, and I hope you will. If you take out your message notes, one of the most beloved verses in the Bible is Romans 8:28. It's a verse you've probably heard many, maybe hundreds of times. It's one of the great promises of the Bible, and it says this at the top of your outline. We know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. And usually we stop right there. We leave off the second half of the verse. And we say, what a great promise. We know that in all things, not just the good things in life, but even in the bad things, the ugly things, the terrible, the tragic things of life, in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. It doesn't say they're good. There's a lot of bad in life. There's a lot of bad things happen in your life. Not all things that happen to you are good. But God says all things, God works them together for good. He can bring good out of even bad for those who love God. And usually we stop the verse right there. But the rest of the verse says this. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called, circle the word called, who have been called according to his purpose. And circle the word purpose. Circle called and circle purpose and draw a line between them, because calling and purpose go together. And that's what we're going to look at for the next 6 weeks.